Hi everyone, I'm Derek. Thanks for joining me today. Now I'm here to talk about this book. It's called Tomorrow. It's by Nadine Kaadan and she joins me right now. Now, this book is very different. I applaud you for writing a book like this because it's very different in terms of a normal, well, if there's such a thing as a normal children's book. It's quite dark.
Yeah, I can't agree more. Some of the illustration, I find them that pretty dark looking at them now. But when I illustrated it, I was in Syria. So that was really my mood. And the situation around me really reflected in my illustrations.
Absolutely. So, for someone who hasn't read the book or listened to the book, which by the way you can on our YouTube channel, tell the viewer the story.
So I was in Syria. I was in 2011, and the crisis started. And at that time, I was not drawing anything like this. So there wasn't any darkness in my illustration. The crisis came, and I was shocked. And suddenly everything changed. My style changed, and I found myself illustrating destroyed building and dark images. And I was observing the children around me, and I saw my niece who, not understanding what's going on around her, why we don't go out on Fridays, which is the weekend, and felt the need to express what's going on in a children's book. So I wrote it, Tomorrow. So it's a story about a little boy who lives in Syria, and he doesn't understand what's going on around him, why he suddenly doesn't go to school anymore, why he doesn't go to play in the park, why Fridays he's stuck at home, until at the end he learns that there's a conflict in his country, and now the safe space for him is his bedroom only.
It's just worlds away from, here in Britain. And that is going on, and that's why I applaud you, because it's, children today have so much here. A lot of them do anyway. So I think it's nice. It's a nice message to give to children. It's good that they know that this is going on in Syria.
The first time I read it here in the UK, I was very nervous. Because in my mind, I did the book for Syrian kids. They went through the conflict. They need to know what's going on in the country. It's their right to know. But when I read it here in the UK, it was amazing experience. I was impressed that actually children are curious about what's going on. They already know what's going on in Syria, and they empathize in a beautiful way. And they were able to relate. One of the girls came and told me, she's around 8 or 7, she told me, well, your story happened to me. And I asked her, really, how? She said, when it rains, I was stuck at home and I felt so sad, just like Yazan in the story. So kids can relate to these dark stories. They go through difficult times as well, even here in the UK.
And I think it isn't all, dark and doom and gloom. I think there's a lovely positive message in here. And even the word tomorrow, it's a very hopeful word, and I love at the end of the book where his mum paints his whole room, and it's the most colourful picture in the book. And basically in the book, he can't go outside, so his mum decorates his room like a park.
They illustrate together their dream park on the wall. And yes, absolutely, it has this positive side. And I think the whole idea of the book is, how do you go out of your dark space? How do you try to deal with what's going on around you, stuck at home, by painting, by drawing, by talking? So of course the ending is positive, and tomorrow will be better, I hope.
Oh, we all do. And that's what I love. I find that in that, it's another positive message. It's like, it's making the best of a terrible situation and finding happiness in every situation. I could really feel the happiness at the end when him and his mum were doing that together. It was, it's probably lifting his mum up as well. She's gone through the same thing.
Absolutely. And I'm happy you mentioned this, because that's also one of the points in the book, because the mom is a painter, and then he used to paint with his mom for a long time, then suddenly she doesn't paint anymore, because also the mom was in a shock, in the shock because of the crisis. So by the end of the book, they're sitting and painting together, so they were helping each other. The little boy is helping the mom to get out of her dark mood, and the mom is helping the boy.
Yeah, that really struck a chord with me. It was really, really nice. In terms of a book like this, is this your first book?
No.
Okay.
So I started as an illustrator. I illustrated 10 books in Arab World.
Wow.
This is my second book in English with Lantana Publishing.
Oh, super. What's your first book?
It's called The Jasmine Sneeze.
Okay.
It's a story set in Damascus as well,
Okay.
but it's more of a fun story. It's about a cat who has allergy of jasmine. It makes him sneeze so much. But what can he do when he lives in the city of jasmine, Damascus?
Oh, wow. And the process, this book, how long from start to getting it on the shelf? How long did that take?
Okay, so each book is different, really. It's funny, every book, some books, I find them like they finish very quickly and others it takes long time. With this book, I think it took me around 4 months to finish the illustrations, 4 or 5 months. The story came so quickly. Suddenly I just woke up and I felt like this is it. Maybe because I was observing so many children day after day and it just happened.
So at this point you were living in Syria.
Yep.
Are you from Syria?
Yes, from Damascus.
Oh, wow. So you wrote this book in Syria?
Absolutely, yeah.
And then brought it back here for it to be published?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So how long have you been here now in the UK?
We've been here for 5 years now, 5 years.
And is the dream to one day be able to go back there?
Yeah. The first year when we came, we thought it's going to be 1 year and come back. And then every year we say next year. Now we're here, but of course the dream is come back.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, is there anything you'd like to tell the audience at home about your book before you say goodbye to us?
I hope you enjoy reading my book. I mean, no matter how difficult the situation is, whether you're stuck in conflict or it's raining outside and you can't go play in the park, there's always a positive way to go out of what you're going through.
Like I said, it is a lovely read, and if you'd like to listen to the book being read, Amy has read it, and you can head over to our Milkshake YouTube channel. It's there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Today's book was chosen by Pop-Up. Pop-Up Projects are the creators of an exciting and unique children's literature festival for schools across the UK. Oh wow, that was amazing! Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the bell button so that we can let you know when there are even more fun videos to enjoy. I'm going to choose another one.